Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll let her go. All right. What's happening? Welcome to office hours, everybody. What's going on? Top of the morning to you.
A
Hey, what's good, Leo?
Not much, just trying to sorry. My these Bluetooth headphones will they refuse to disconnect from my phone sometimes.
Uh,
I've got to be forceful and
they're
turn off Bluetooth from my phone completely.
they've grown attached.
Yeah. Oh my
All right.
god. Like why is technology so annoying sometimes?
I know, right? I like every time I think that I've gotten faster, um, I just hit another blip.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, oh, I've gotten faster at setting this thing up, and then a new thing happens. It's like, oops. All right, let's see who's in the house. Tyler's here. Giuseppe's here on YouTube. Cindy. Japan is in the house. All right. I'm
All
babysitting my
Japan.
friend's dog, Lupe. Instagram friends can see her. I think it's the first time she's heard a saxophone. I'm trying to ease the sound so that she doesn't like freak out.
Mm.
She's a little perplexed. Can you see her on Instagram?
I can, yeah.
But she's okay. She's chill.
She's sweet.
I'm playing like the higher notes still quietly. Definitely can see a little bit of she's like, what is that? I figure your mom sings to you a lot. Yeah. What's happening with you?
Um Not much. I am a little I mean, you know the vibe. I'm kind of stressed out. Like everything's good, but like I feel like I maybe took on too many things this week and like um when you're like someone asks you to do something and it's a great opportunity. It's not necessarily like a great monetary thing, but it's a great opportunity and you really like take it seriously and you're like, yeah, like I'll be able to do that. And then you do it, but your want for perfection or your strivingness or whatever it's called for perfection, your want to make it really good is like stopping you from really being able to like get away from it. Um,
Yeah.
so I just
Wait,
my
stopping from getting away from it?
like I really need to like do the things that are pressing
Yeah.
um that I have had to do this week. And okay, so I'll just say specifically. Okay. So um my Canadian agent, Grant Paley, shout out to Grant Paley.
Oh, Grant.
Yeah, so
Cool.
he is co-founding a new agency called the Midnight Agency because that's been happening a lot with COVID. Bigger agencies are changing and people are starting new ones.
Yep.
Um, very excited. He asked me to do something, a short performance video, and I was like, he said 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. But the thing is, like, the deadline is like this week,
Uh,
so I was like, okay, it shouldn't take too long. But then you get into this thing where it's like, okay, well, I want to do this full produced track. So I'm like producing this track, making the whole
mm-hmm.
track. And then I try recording it with a wireless mic, but the wireless mic doesn't sound good and it keeps clipping. And then I try
Yeah.
changing it and you try so many different things. And it's like, okay, fine, I can't do the wireless mic. Then you just do a normal mic. Then I'm filming the video, and then 6 minutes into the video, my phone runs out of storage, and
No,
then
I've been
you
there. How
know,
many of you have been there? Yes.
like, and then the next time I do it, I forget to put on do not disturb, and someone calls me and halfway through. So it's like I'm trying to make this live performance that's also like a really well produced, cool thing, and I just
Yeah.
want it to be super awesome because I want to be really impressive to not only Grant but his colleagues and
Right.
whoever's watching the like launch stream. I really look at it as a great opportunity, but also like I can't get overly obsessed with it because I just don't have that type of time this week.
Yeah, I hear
Um,
you. And it's sometimes I find that the more I'm in my head about something, the more I'm like not enjoying it and stressed out. And then suddenly that is what the camera is picking up instead of just like not overthinking it. And but it's hard when you're setting up your own stuff. And it's like I find that productions feel a lot easier. It's like when you have a room, full of people that are helping with the technical things, but then they can also be the audience and you're chatting in between and breaking it up. So it's not like,
yeah,
so
yeah, when
pressing.
exactly like when I shot those like 8 videos that I've been putting on YouTube, Leo P and the Velvet Trinity. um, I mean, it was a very demanding day, but still, I would much rather do that than be at home by myself, where it's like it's so easy for your mood to get affected.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like, like especially having Medi and having Pasha around, those guys are really good at keeping their cool and not like, you know, not even if something's not going exactly right, they're pros. So they're not going to get
Yeah.
as
And
emotional as I'm going to get about technology shit
yeah,
stuff.
and in between, just like shooting the shit and just hanging out. Yeah, it's interesting because in one way I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so much more productive just setting up my own stuff, doing it at my own time. And then like the other day I was working on a remote recording. I was so stressed out, dude. I had to play clarinet for this part and I thought I had communicated and I also just thought that it would be a pretty easy clarinet part because I'm not a clarinet player and it was really hard. I spent 5 hours straight playing the clarinet trying to get it. My teeth hurt so badly. I was an absolute mess. I managed to like hack together all the parts and like comp it and just go literally 2 bars at a time. But I guess in that case, actually, it was good that it wasn't in front of people because I just would have completely failed. So, like,
Yeah,
this was at least like I could chomp away. But usually, if I'm
yeah,
playing an instrument that I play, especially instruments with gold reeds, I mean, let me just say, I'm playing the gold reed from Boston Sax Shop this morning, and
yeah.
it still sounds so amazing. Somebody was actually asking in the comments from the video that we posted yesterday. Everybody's raving about these gold reeds, but we haven't seen anybody play it. And I was just saying that's because the reeds are so good that everyone wants to enjoy it on their own time off the screen, that we don't dare play it on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of something that you have to kind of see it and play it to understand it.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we could say what we could say. I was very skeptical at first. I didn't think it was possible, but it's kind of amazing.
And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, you can go to our Instagram. Yesterday, Boston Sax Shop released the first ever 24 karat gold reed. And the reviews are in. They're absolutely stunning. And yeah, really, Altissimo come. It's funny. It's like you don't even need to know how to play Altissimo, but when you put on these reeds, it plays itself. Like
Yeah,
suddenly I was playing high H flats
yeah,
with the gold reed up
yeah, yeah,
eight
yeah,
octaves, and the reeds only come in size 6 through 12.
yeah.
You're
Well,
playing a size 9?
yeah, I'm playing size 9, and
Wow.
through that, I was actually able to play um, a whole octave lower than the written range for Barry, which like,
Really?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
stunning.
yeah.
That's only with these reeds. They sold out so fast too. Like
I know,
basically,
I know. It was basically
it was
like
like that.
it's like it's basically the way I look at it is it's just going to be like a collector's item. Like I don't know how he's going to be able to, because what he was charging for it is, I'm assuming, less than what the cost is to make it.
Right,
Like,
$300 a box, but it
yeah, this
lasts a lifetime and guaranteed shred.
guaranteed shred,
Guaranteed shred.
shred fest.
Did you guys see it on Instagram? Did anyone get a box? One person actually commented and said they got a box, and I was like, wow, that's so impressive because it's
That
sold
is
out so fast.
that is. They got that connection.
Yeah. Oh, Ravi is asking how many come in a box. I think it's only five
Yeah.
because it does last forever. Lifetime guarantee.
Yeah.
But that's so cool. So you played the baritone sax a whole octave lower. I played up
Yeah.
to an eight H flat. Um, just really stunning craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to agree.
Oh, Ken is saying I saw, but when I went to get them, they were sold out. Yeah, that happened really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe Jack will produce some more. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I think it's the beginning of a lot of more innovation in reads in general. So I think we'll see. I think it's the beginning of something. But
Yeah.
it's basically it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling. I mean, he's on to something. That dude's like a scientist. I don't know.
Totally. Yeah. Um, yeah, he really, I mean, nobody else has ever tried to put 24
Um,
karat gold. Makes you feel like a G too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like gold. I like gold stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Gold.
Anyways, you guys, glad that some of you got your hands on the gold reed. Those of you who are still waiting for it, it probably never will get remade, but maybe you could ask Jack from Boston Sax Shop if he's gonna actually make some more. It was just a very special, limited 1 day run. Um,
Dude, I always save people on my phone as just like the first thing that comes to my mind. And it's so funny when I get to know them and like I'm because like I feel like I'm actually kind of friends with Jack now. Like we talk sometimes, and
yeah.
I just the first time I met him, I saved his name as Boston Jack. So he's just Boston Jack in my phone, and it's just hilarious to me because like I have other Jacks and I wasn't sure what his last name was.
Yeah. Boston Jack. Um, hey, you guys, what do you say about watching some videos? Let's do it. By the way, it was so great to see so many people last week sign up for our our beta saxophone learning community, Saxy School. And one of the people who submitted for this week joined us into Saxy School and picked up our master class as well. And he sounds really fantastic. Let's maybe start with his clip. Let's check out Yusuf. Um, all right, so I'm gonna swap this and let's let's get it going. All right, that was Yusuf at Yusuf AWZI underscore. Great start to our office hours. I feel like I'm jamming.
Yeah, he is really cool. Yusuf is really cool. He has uh I like the style. Um it's a little bit different. Um you know what I mean? Like I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
say like the wrong term because I don't really know how to classify it. He's from Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully I get to know him a little more and kind of figure out what kind of more that style would be. But I definitely hear some like Middle Eastern kind of influence. You know, when I think
Mm-hmm.
about what kind of music I like, it kind of reminds me of. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Maybe some klezmer or something. But it's a very cool style. The guy produces his own stuff, which I think is that's power right there. When you can produce your own tracks, um, and eventually be able to like DJ yourself and do your own thing, that's really powerful, people. Like taking
Mm-hmm.
the power in your career, that's something that's really important that took me way too many years to figure out. And it's really great to see someone doing that. He if you put that video on mute, I could still like feel what he was playing. He's
Yes.
someone that really shows his emotion in it, and he looks cool. It's like he got a desperado vibe.
Yeah. Totally. And something that Yusuf mentioned in our learning community, Saxy School, is he said he he realizes how important it is to develop all the areas of a successful musician. Your playing, your style, dance, fashion, visuals, storytelling, and that's somebody who's on a professional level saying that he's trying to learn all those aspects. And that's a wonderful thing for everyone to be reminded of. And I too think, if you can keep that learner's mentality and just keep refining, he's obviously got great chops. It's not easy to add so many facial expressions when you play the sax because you're like blowing into the horn and everything. And I think he was doing a really good job of that. I liked how he had some great inflections with his bends. Like, I'm going to butcher the melody, but kind of fall off. But the thing I liked about it is when you heard those bends, you could hear they're very purposeful, right? It's not just habitual. He meant to put it there, and it was a really cool beat. I too love the layering of I loved his sound, the layering of the sax. Bravo. It was great.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry,
What?
I sorry. I just bought this hoodie that I really want to show everybody. Is
Oh,
that
let's see.
sorry.
Now this is everybody, this is Lupe who's watching on Instagram. He's my friend Robin Anderson's dog. He's not my dog. What? Or sorry, she. Oh my gosh. Did I say he? She's so sweet and she does not seem to be bothered by the saxophone. I think on YouTube you can't see her, but on Instagram you can see her. She's not my dog though, but I'm
Sorry,
very happy to babysit her.
I know this is random. I should have just worn it, but
Let's
yo,
see. Leah's
this
new hoodie,
is
everybody.
Miles Davis Supreme hoodie.
Whoa, dude. What? Where did you get that?
I got it.
That is unbelievably cool.
I got it. And if you look at the details too, it's like really like it's a really beautiful hoodie. Like,
Is that like a limited edition?
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow. That's
I
awesome.
and this is like definitely how like I've been a little bit more choosy with what clothes I buy, especially because I'm not on tour. Um and it's like um I have been wanting this hoodie for so long. I think it's the coolest thing. And like, especially when you think about like Supreme being this kind of like hype culture. And, Miles Davis is like a well known person, but he's not necessarily someone that everyone knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Wait.
uh,
Well, but I think a lot of people know Miles more than any
yeah,
other jazz icon, right?
yeah, more than any other jazz icon, probably. Um,
But still
but
not as much as
like,
Drake.
I think like actually, I will say tons of people know who Miles Davis is. I think the younger generation doesn't. I
Really? Hmm.
I think like non-jazz players that are like 16 don't know who Miles Davis is. That's what I think.
Wow. I
I don't
think we,
know. I
yeah.
don't know. Because like
Does-
he hasn't really been memed outside of, the jazz world really. And I think that's the thing. Like nothing is like kind of you know what I mean? The Miles Davis movie didn't do very well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. What do you guys think? I mean, we have a bias opinion here because everyone here probably knows who Miles Davis is, but yeah, maybe it's time for that Miles Davis Drake remix or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like people are like,
exactly.
"Oh, who's that?" Yeah.
Someone said Louis Armstrong. Yeah, that's another really big one. Um, but
Wow, it's blowing my mind to think that yeah, I mean, you very well are I'm probably right about there's plenty of people who don't know who Miles Davis is. So when they see that hoodie, they would be like, Oh, that's cool. That's a
What
cool
did
trumpet
she?
player, but not know who it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't think like, you know what I mean. Like, if you're not a jazz fan and you're like a teenager, I just don't think you would know because I just feel like he's not referenced anymore in pop culture at all. Like, um, you know, I don't know. I can't remember which Adam Sandler movie it was where the old lady was like, "If peeing your pants is cool, call me Miles Davis." And I remember seeing that as a kid, but I don't think that there's any like pop culture references to him.
Yeah, no, that's a. I mean, it's the comments from Ravia and Kristen are talking about what you're just saying. Of Kristen was saying he hasn't been memed. Haha, it's a statement so representative of the current times. It's true.
Yeah, like,
Really
um,
interesting.
yeah, the manager of Too Many Zoos recently started managing the rock legend Meatloaf,
Oh
and
wow.
I was talking. I was like, man, you gotta meme him. You gotta meme him because that's how you do it. Like I feel like
Crack the internet.
you know,
Yeah.
um,
You gotta meme them.
you gotta meme him.
Hey man, look, you gotta meme them.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and so and yeah, and like um anyways, so I've been looking for that hoodie for so long, and I've been watching different price points and seeing it, and I finally got it for a really decent price on this app I use called Grailed. It's
Oh.
like eBay, but it's more like eBay is just like everything. This is a little more like just like there's more like designer stuff on there. Like it's
Yeah.
more a little more selective.
It's sick. That's amazing. Wow. Oh my gosh. John just tipped us on YouTube chat. That is so sweet. Thank you so much, John. He said, love what you do, love to support you. But what do you play for fun or just for you when you are alone with your sax? You mean with those golden reeds, John? What do you play? Oh, well, let's take that. What do you play for fun when it's not a stream and it's just you and your sax?
Um
And sorry to interrupt the conversation. I
no
just
no no
saw
no
that.
no no
Yeah.
no no. That's enough. I'll wear the hoodie more. I'll wear it this weekend. Um
Yes.
but that that changes depending on what kind of like mood I'm in.
Mm.
Usually I'm just like yeah, like if I'm mad, I'm playing like you know, like if I'm in some kind of upset mood, I'd be like, but like if it's kind of like a melancholy morning, I might just be like playing like straight up just major pentatonics, just
Hey.
and
Mm.
then I have like 10 or 20 jazz standards that I absolutely love, something like a
Hey, name that tune. Mm. Woo!
I
Anyone got
love
it? Anyone got it? Name that tune. Name that tune. Let's see it. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, Caden got it. What up, Caden? A train. Take the A train. I love it.
because like I used to like get super sick of playing jazz standards, and now that I don't ever, I
Mm-hmm.
actually
Love them.
yeah, I actually miss it. But I
Yeah.
just I just play the ones I like. Like there's plenty of I've just realized like in school it was like you need to learn these are important. You're gonna have to play them. And then one day
So much pressure, right?
I was like, actually, you can create a career and never play things that you don't want to. Um,
It's funny how, like, when you feel, I relate to that in school, it's like you feel like you have to learn the freaking real book and that you're so unworthy if you don't know enough tunes and all keys. And that amount of pressure, I think, actually makes it way less fun. And the other day, I was just kind of listening to a bunch of different music walking around, and I'm thinking about how fun it would be to just learn a new standard every day. And my mindset is literally opposite of what I was thinking in school about tunes because it felt so competitive with other people. Like, they know more tunes than me, or do I didn't learn a new song, or because it was an assignment in one of my ensembles to literally transcribe and learn a new song every week. It was just like I felt the pressure of it being an assignment.
Yeah.
But when you can
It,
enjoy it, it's like everything changes.
yeah, I feel like you don't really discover what you like doing until you don't have assignments because it's I find a lot with young players is like if you're if you're a young player, you're really good. There's some type of pressure on you. If you're one of the best kids in your town or city, people are. Can you do this band? Can you do this thing? Can you do that thing? And you start getting more busy, and then you also have school, and you have all these assignments for school. So a lot of times all you're playing is assignments.
Yeah,
You're not even thinking about what you want to play. Like that's what happened to me. Like when I was in high school, it was just assignments and this ensemble, that ensemble. You know what I mean?
totally. And that's something that when we're currently building out our own saxophone virtual school called Saxy School, and we are opening up a few spots while we're currently in beta. So if you guys are interested, you can check out the link in to Saxy's bio. But that's something that we talk about of like what did we like in our school experience? What did we not like? And I feel like the community that we're building out is really based upon people following their passion, their love for whatever music they're interested in, creating different learning paths for people to learn the fundamentals, but also if you want to learn about, pop saxophone, or if you want to learn about jazz saxophone, or if you want to learn about creating ultimately your own style, like then this is the place for you. And the people also, the open-mindedness of the other sax players in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'll briefly say, John, like one thing that I love doing when I'm just alone with my sax is playing with the acoustic surroundings. So if I'm, you know, in a place with very high ceilings, like I'll just like to compose a song in the moment. And these days, I've been really enjoying using my alone time to just do a lot of writing. I find it very enjoyable and also a great way to just, keep my chops up. Thank you so much for that super chat tip as well.
Well, and I just want to answer this one person. They said learning standards in school and assignments sorry, isn't an either or proposition. You need to learn where it all came from before you branch out. I totally agree. I think it's really important to learn some jazz standards and it can really help the way you write and all these other things. I just think also it's important to have equal parts of creating your own music and doing things that you're really interested in. So I think it's important to kind of do both.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. All right. So just let me know whenever you have to dip, Leo. I know we're already over time, but if we are good to keep going, we could watch another person's
Sometimes my mic is going out. I don't.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, would that be a phone issue?
Maybe my. Dude, I swear. I swear that. All right. Let me know if that helps people because.
We're also on YouTube too, in case you guys want to stream us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, just let me know if you got to dip out. Otherwise, we could watch another video.
Sure.
All right, let's watch another video, people. This is at Saxy Shane, and I think he said this was inspired by Colin Stetson, who you hipped me to. Really incredible, incredible saxophonist, musician, composer. All right, let's take a listen. Wow. That was incredible.
That's sick.
Applause. At Saxy Shane. I'm a fan. That was really amazing. I have goosebumps.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'll just jump in first. I mean, this is an amazing example of, I don't know if he had already created that as a composition, and if you're on with us now, Saxy Shane, you can let us know, or if it was truly a improvisation in the moment. But the environment that you're in and the acoustics sound incredible. And to me, and I know this is something Colin Stetson has done, he's composed for movies and done film scoring stuff, but to me, that sound could literally be a movie soundtrack, and I could imagine a very beautiful top line over it too. If you haven't recorded that, I think you really should. I love how it went to. I think at one point you went to that flat six too at the end. I loved your chordal, your harmony decisions, and obviously your technique on the instrument is quite stellar. And it's so cool. That was so fresh. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds great. Is that a what's that called? Circular breathing, I think. Sounded like it.
Yeah,
You're
that's true. Oh my gosh, you didn't stop.
it's continuous, so I
I
think
didn't even
that's
realize that. Yeah.
have you ever tried that?
No, but I was thinking the other day how cool it would be to like try to learn it and vlog my way through it. I just think that if I tried to learn it and then, yeah, every day just like keep practicing it. I haven't learned it yet. Have you?
No, no. Um, what kind of turned me off from it is that you can't articulate, and that's like my favorite thing.
Right.
So for whatever reason, I kind of was just like, oh, I don't want to do it because see, this is my mindset, and it could be not a great mindset, but my mindset is like, well, it's not going to be my thing really because people are already so good at it that like I'm not going to be like the best at it. So it's like weird. It's like I tend to like quit things that I've already decided like I'm not going to be the best at it. It's not going to be my thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you ever do that.
I
Like
hear you. Yeah, I hear
and it
you.
and it just it is cool. It is really cool. And maybe I should learn it, but it seems really hard.
I wonder if that actually has a benefit to like if it like massages your use of diaphragm and lungs. Like, wonder if it has a health benefit too. I don't know. Like, it might, because you're so much is going on. You're like probably taking in even more oxygen. That's really cool. I just remember one point Hal Crook, who was teaching at Berkeley, was like, "I can teach you to do circular breathing. You'll need like a straw and milk, and you'll have to like inhale the milk. Or, I don't know, something like that." Or he's like, "If you do it wrong, you'll like get milk up your nose." And I was like, "Ugh." But that's probably not the only way to learn how to do it. Yeah, Saxy Shane was really well done.
Agreed.
All right. Well, before we sign off, these are phenomenal, by the way, you guys, and keep sending in these videos for office hours because we save it in our folder and we go through them and give you our honest thoughts as every week. Just let's see. There's a few more comments that were coming in about the interesting conversation we were having. Somebody was weighing in on Instagram and saying, talking about standards. I think it's too many educators think standards are what they're supposed to do. They're doing students an injustice, but there is an importance of learning the basics of jazz through the vehicles our predecessors have created. This is a significant value, 100%. Oh, and he's a 20-year music educator. I mean, absolutely. I believe music, learning the musical history, and like we are talking about Miles Davis a minute ago, how some youngsters might not know who he is. To me, if you're playing jazz or any type of improvised music, learning about the greats who created it will help you connect the dots of maybe the modern people that you love, learning where they learned from, and that's a very important, deep thing.
Yeah.
And thank
So
you for being a music educator with that mindset for all those years.
I wanted to say specifically what I mean. Where I went to college at Manhattan School of Music, I don't know how it is now. Every year we had to learn 30 standards, and at the end of the year, we would have to perform whatever random standards they pick from the list of 30. Then as a senior, you have to have all 100 or whatever. I think it's like 100 total. I will never ever be able to memorize 100 standards at any given time. That will never
It's a
happen
lot.
to me. It's not how I learn. It took me so long and I felt so guilty and I worked
Mm.
so hard and I still could not memorize 100 songs.
Hmm.
What I think is unfair is using that as like I really was not able to work on my own music because all I did was try to learn jazz standards. And I think that that's extreme to have some to test someone like on 100 possible songs. Like that's where I'm coming from. I'm not saying like we shouldn't teach standards. It's just I don't think you should give that to everybody because everybody learns different. And for me, I have a super hard time memorizing things I did not write. Super hard. Um, Even to this day. And it just that doesn't fit everybody. So like that's where I'm coming from on a specific level.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great clarification. To me, the mental thing that comes up with whether you're in school and you feel like you need to learn an assignment or a song and it's all for the grade, it's not actually for your musicianship. Or I remember in some of my classes, it's like everyone was cramming the night before a theory test and just trying to get through the test, and nobody knew how to sing this stuff or play it, and it was just all for the grade. And I think what you're saying about having an unhealthy mental view of the assignment or learning all these tunes, that's something that I think educators and schools should really tweak, because I really want to teach people how to enjoy the process and to learn from these great players that have created tradition and the history, and the cats who are doing it today, but also to be able to find your joy through that, because otherwise you might learn all of these songs and standards and feel like you have to do it and literally hate it as you go about it, and dragging and kicking and screaming, hypothetically.
Yeah.
And
Al-
yeah.
Also, I will say all these jazz standards are like very very old songs. So I'm learning 100. Like there was no like Michael Brecker song or like Joshua
Mm.
Redman song
There was no
or
real mix of
yeah,
standards.
there was like maybe like one Herbie Hancock song in the 100. You know what I mean? So to me, it was just a little bit. I felt like it was a little too specific, um, and I find it very strange that the final adjudication for a college has nothing to do for a jazz school has nothing to do with composition. That
Mm,
that is
interesting.
totally mind-boggling to me that yeah, you have to perform 100 jazz standards or we pick some songs from 100 and you don't play any songs you've written, you don't play anything you've composed.
Yeah.
It
And
just doesn't really make sense to me. I don't
and
know.
composition to me is that one of those things that if you fully have learned something and you embody it, you many times writing
Sorry.
Can you tell how passionate we are about this? Many times, writing is the thing that really helps solidify something or, you know, allows you to make it your own. If you learn a 2-5-1 progression, it's like if you can write your own 2-5-1s and really have your own spin on it and be hitting those whatever it is, chord tones or color notes, it's like then you've made your own line. Yeah, I'm with you. I think even at Berklee College of Music, and I had an amazing time at that school. There was definitely more of an openness of playing different styles, but because they have everything under the sun: songwriting, metal, music, pop, music, jazz. But within the jazz department, I didn't feel like there was much. The dictionary of music wasn't very versatile. I had to sign up for other classes. Like I remember taking Brazilian music and taking like Colombian, the history of yeah, a bunch of different cultures and music, a world history. I'm sorry, a mixed world music ensemble in order to find those other things. And to me, that's something that the two of us talk about when we're building out our own material is really like how can we add a whole range of great music for people to learn and digest and to love and find themselves through. Yeah, but great chat. We appreciate your thoughts and comments and you know, really interesting things to discuss that I feel like don't get discussed much in the music and learning space. All right, so I think for now we're gonna sign off. It was really fantastic to watch those videos. Keep them coming, everybody. If you want to learn more about the stuff that we're teaching, you can check out Two Saxies Instagram, link in bio. And yeah, great to see everybody. I hope you have a great rest of the day, Leo.
Thank you. You too.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye.